Doing a 20 miler today. Moderate elevation, nothing too big. Couple to 3,000 feet through the forest. Not even summiting any mountains, if you can believe that. Basically just doing a trial run, basically. Full gear, full weight of the backpack that I'll be using on the AT Thru-Hike here in a couple months, few months. A little shy of 3 months away. Nice cold day. It's not going to get above 45. I shouldn't say cold, brisk. Nothing bad at all. But breaking in some new gear, some upgraded gear. You know me, I don't pay full price. I don't spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on my gear. But some things needed to be replaced or upgraded, cut some or trimmed back some fat, so to speak, some weight in some areas where I could, even added some gear. So I'll have a whole other video talking about my gear for the AT Thru-Hike here that I'll be starting in early 2024. And of course, the additional portion of the PCT that I could not finish 2 years ago because of the fires. I'll be finishing that this year too. So it's going to be a long year. I mean, not a long year. It's going to be the same amount of year as every other year. But it's going to be a lot of miles. About 3,300 is what the plan is. But there'll be obviously more than that with side trails and, you know, road walks and so forth, getting in and out of towns. But wanted to take today to kind of, you know, make sure that the weight is good, try out the new puffy that I have on. As you can see, the other one, shockingly, was a little more weight than I thought. And I've had that for a couple years, and it was pretty light as far as I was concerned. But when I weighed everything for this year to see where I've trimmed and so forth, I noticed it was about 19 ounces, which to me, you know, light compared to most jackets, but definitely not to my standard of what it should be, because that thing did not keep me quite as warm as what it should. Did a great job, but most of the time I just use it as a pillow, and that's dual purpose on my puffies, to use it as a pillow and to wear. But I thought I would get a different one, and I found a really good deal with Decathlon, so I'll have a review on that, on their puffies, however you say it. Everybody says it differently. But trying that out, the backpack, it was time to upgrade that. It had some holes in the mesh pocket and then on the bottom side, which caused some condensation leakage to get in. I'll have a review on that as well in a video here soon. But today, just going to see some beautiful views here with the almost gone fall colors, the almost bare trees, but there's still a little bit of beauty out there with the colors. And just going to be checking that out and pounding out some miles today, checking out this gear. But I will tell you, that first incline, which wasn't bad at all, it got me kind of breathy. I might have fooled around and got myself a little tiny bit out of my normal hiking shape. That'll come back real quick though, because like I said in a different video, I do not believe in getting unconditioned and then have to get reconditioned once I start the trail. I like to be in condition at all times, ready to jump on. Now, of course, these last couple months, my training gets kicked in to high gear with jogging, running, 5Ks, going up a lot of inclines, just making sure the cardio and the legs are all ready. But I like to be ready at all times, so at any given moment, I could just jump on a thru-hike if I wanted to, and pound out those 20 to 30 mile days, because that's the speed I like to go at. I shouldn't say as much speed as much as length of days. I definitely am faster than I was a couple years ago. Definitely a lot stronger than I was a couple years ago. But at the end of the day, I just like to hike long days. After all, that's why I'm out here, is to hike and then take as much in as I can. So today, a little 20 miler, and just checking out the gear that I will be taking with me, and hopefully get some great views for you along the way. Nice little opening off to the side of the trail here. I took advantage of that to take off my jacket. My puffy was really warm. It does its job, but it's not quite warm enough to keep that on for more than a mile. It's going great so far. The weight feels awesome. The backpack feels awesome. Just feels good to have it all on the back again. Haven't had that for a few months. I mean, every time I go out, I have my pack on. It's just not full gear for what I would have on a through hike. But I have the full gear today. It's absolutely beautiful out here. A little bit of a breeze. Probably get a little more of a breeze as it opens up a little bit more at higher elevation. Just been kind of climbing this whole time. Again, nothing bad, nothing steep. Just a good little workout. That first part, like I said, got me winded. I haven't been winded since then, so I think it was just my body saying, yes, yes, we're back, and getting all excited. And maybe I was moving a little too fast, like, I have a tendency to do that sometimes, but everything's good right now. Love being out here, love the training. I liken it to the Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them. When he decides it's time to go to battle, he hunkers down and trains like a madman to get himself to where he needs to be. And that's where I am right now, since I'm going back and doing the whole Appalachian Trail this year again, or starting from the beginning again, I should say, after over 1,600 miles this year on it. Doing the whole thing because it's unfinished business, like I said in my announcement video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But it's serious time now. It's focus time. I am going to be more focused, I think, than I ever have been in my life this year, or this coming year, here in a couple months, because it's time to put these in the bag. All right, continued all of this training and this beautiful hike. It's not really training as much as it is just pushing the miles today and checking out the gear, making sure no changes need to be made. All right, continuing on. Beautiful. Still trekking, still doing good, feeling alive, feeling awesome. This brisk, cool air is getting even cooler the higher I go, and it's a lot of gradual climbing, a couple spurts of steepness, but for the most part, just gradual. But about the halfway point of what I'm doing today, so still feeling great. Don't feel like I've done too much today, but I know better than underestimating anything. Because one big reason I wanted to come out here to test gear out and to do this 20-mile day, just to make sure everything is on the up and up as far as the gear, as far as my trail legs, as far as everything else. And obviously this is not the last thing I'm doing before I hit the trail for the Appalachian Trail. This is just something I haven't done for quite some time. Wanted to get out here and really push the miles today. But the reason I wanted to come here, because a couple videos ago I explained, on the announcement video I should say, you know, exactly what happened, why I got off the trail on the Appalachian Trail, and once I healed up, didn't have enough time to go back. That was actually 2 injuries that happened to the same foot. The first one was when I came home in May, because I was way ahead of schedule, and I was in Pennsylvania, and instead of my fiance coming out there to see me, I decided to go, or to come back and see her, so I could spend more time and, you know, just rest and relax before heading back to the trail, and to spend my birthday with my fiance, which is now my wife. Yay! Best thing I ever did. But I digress. I actually was on this trail during that time. This is part of the PCT. Very gradual. Like I said, there's some elevation, but nothing steep, nothing bad. But this is where I actually injured my foot, is on this trail. And again, on something very gradual, I went to step over a log, going at a pretty good clip, put my foot right into a hole, twisted it, and my body went forward. I kept going, finished that day, but I couldn't walk on it when I got back home. And I thought I broke it. It was pretty bad. And it's funny, within 24, 36 hours, I could put weight on it again, but it was still messed up. It took a couple days, and then it was good. Felt like it was good, so it was just a sprain, I guess. And a couple days later, week later, whatever it was, is when I went back to the AT to finish that up. Got, I don't know, 300 or 400 miles more, 500, whatever it was. And somewhere along the lines in Connecticut, or upper New York, northern New York, I twisted it again, except this time I mangled it up pretty good, and the bone. So it was most likely because of the weakness that happened out here that I did not let completely heal, which is why I kept pushing and pushing a little too long, because it took about 4 weeks for that to heal up once I finally got off the trail. And then I didn't have enough time to come back and finish the AT, or go back and finish the AT, because the wedding was coming up close. So I put everything on the back burner till this upcoming year. And then here just a few days ago, at that announcement video, I decided that I was going to do the whole trail instead of just what I had not finished. So for those of you who have not seen the announcement video, definitely go check it out. It goes into great detail about everything, my motivation for this year and everything else. But in a nutshell, what I'm saying is, this is a trail that took my ankle out last year, and that's why I wanted to come back to this section of trail and show who's boss, so to speak. Not trying to be egotistical there. Not trying to call Mother Nature out. Just saying, I needed to do this for my mental fortitude, is come back here and put it in the bag before heading back to the Appalachian Trail. So that's why I'm here today. And everything's going great so far. So hopefully it will continue to keep going great as I continue on. All right, my day is coming to an end. Right around 20 miles, a little shy, like a quarter of a mile shy, but about 4,000 feet of elevation. It's a good, strong day. Feels strong. Could probably keep going if the sun wasn't getting ready to set here in the next hour or so. And I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go get some grub. But all the gear held up really stinking well. I just cut my hand on some thorns, so there went the everything went really well. Got caught right up in there as I was walking by it. But anyway, the gear held up really well. I'm really excited to use some of the gear that I upgraded. You know, always progressing, always making things better. Some lighter, some just more compact and, you know, fittable into the backpack. You know, I mean, I was really light last year on my backpack compared to the year before, at least on the PCT. But always trying to be better, try to make things better, and like a well-oiled machine. But this little training exercise, if you want to call it that, went really well. Great day to be doing it. Like I said, mid-40s, a little bit of a breeze, that sun is shining now. It was a great day. I will have a video coming out here soon where I will review this new backpack, the Flash 55, the new one that just came out here in 2023. And then I will have a video of my gear going into the Appalachian Trail this year, and you know, all the changes it's made and the weight and breaking everything down. So hopefully you can have an idea of what I'm doing, but also if you might want to make some changes yourself, or might inspire you on your through hike and kind of give you an idea of what you need out here and so forth. At the end of the day, I'm what I consider a minimalist. Some people are more minimal than me, but I just get by on what I need out here with maybe one or two comfort items, so to speak. But anyway, those videos will be coming up here soon as we get closer to the AT through hike. But like I said, about 20 miles a day, 4,000 feet of elevation, pretty strong day. Everything went smooth, beautiful views. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. And remember, until then, live life.